Hey guys, welcome back. And if you're new, thanks for joining us. I'm Sam.
And I'm Danielle. And we are from the bandwagon. Today we are doing a first impressions and a wear test of the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. I have got the Matte and Poreless Fit Me because I have combination oily skin in my T-zone.
And I have the Hydrate and Smooth Foundation for normal to dry skin.
So if you're interested in knowing how these two foundations work on our skin, just keep watching for a full review. We will be doing 5 to 6 hour check-ins and 8 to 10 hour check-ins. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put on our foundation with no primer to get the full, results. I'm using the shade 110, which is the lightest of all the shades in the Matte and Poreless. I was trying on like darker shades and then I picked up the lightest one and I was like, there's no way this is mine. And I swatched it on my neck and I was like, god damn, I need a tan.
I have 120 Classic Ivory in the Hydrate and Smooth one.
So I'm going to be putting mine on with a beauty blender. Are you using a beauty blender?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead.
The only thing I don't really like about these so far is they don't have a pump.
Yeah, I would add a pump to mine.
Yeah.
So I feel like, so this is supposed to be a medium coverage, I think. I like a full coverage foundation, so I'm going to go back in with another layer and see if I can cover up more, because you can still see like all the scars from my breakouts, like the redness. How's your redness?
Yeah, it's bad.
So, and also,
I feel like it's just really light.
like, I feel like, so I have 110 again, I feel like this is just a tad too light, but when I went to a 112 it was way too dark. So maybe if I mix the two that would be better. But yeah, I think we're going to go in with another layer and see how it looks.
Looking off the camera, I don't mean to. It's just my application finger.
Okay, so we put on a second layer of foundation. It doesn't feel heavy at all, so
No,
that's
it's actually
nice.
really nice.
But I feel like it didn't cover as much as like the other foundations I've used. Maybe when we put a powder on top, but mine's a matte and poreless. So as far as like the texture goes, pretty nice. It's actually pretty smooth. I have a little bit of dehydration on my forehead, and it's actually not picking it up as much as I thought it would since it's a matte foundation. But yeah, it doesn't like make my pores any bigger. I don't know if this just happened, but kind of creasing in my nose. So the texture's not that bad, but the coverage is not as great as I would want it to be. And I feel like if I go in with another layer, then it's gonna start to look cakey. I'm gonna leave this side and then go in with another layer on this side and see if there's a difference.
I'm gonna leave mine. I just have a little bit of breakout right here and some redness down here, but it's not full coverage, so it's not gonna get rid of them. But I feel pretty glowy. I know, I feel like it looks like dewy, right?
Yeah.
I like it. It feels light. It's just not covering this and this and that.
Okay, so we're
That's
gonna
probably
finish
from when I
up
put
with, we're gonna use our own concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape, and then on top we're going to put the Fit Me pressed powder. This is the Matte and Poreless one. Sam's going to use just her regular powder because she doesn't have this one. I bought this a while ago and I never ended up using it. And this is the 120, so it doesn't match this. So we'll see if they complement each other because I find this just a little bit too light.
Oh yeah, 120 is the one I got.
Okay, so we'll see if
Classic
it complements.
Ivory.
But we will go ahead, put on the rest of our face, and be right back. Before I go any farther, I put on the powder. It makes the texture a lot nicer, and actually the color is really nice.
Yeah.
It warmed me up a little bit so I don't look as ghostly. Yeah, and it actually covered up a little bit more too, so that's nice. Still not as much as I would like, but it did do a little bit more coverage. So I have some creasing in my nose, and I literally just put it on, so that sucks. My bronzer and my blush sit very nicely on it. They look really smooth.
Yeah. I don't have any creasing around my nose though. I actually don't think I put that much around my nose though.
Okay, so first impressions. Love the texture, like very light. Can't feel it on my face. Unfortunately, it looks like it's creasing in my nose. Like there was like a buildup in my nose, so it doesn't look that great because of my acne scarring and the redness. It didn't cover it that well, even when I did like 3 to 4 layers on this side. Texture looks okay though. Didn't accentuate anything, and so far my products are sitting pretty well over top of it.
So mine, the Hydrating and Smooth, it's, yeah, I think it looks really smooth, and it's definitely like glowy, almost. I have the same problem though, it doesn't cover the redness. I don't have any creasing, but it's like sitting really nice, but I have, like, it didn't cover my breakouts. Other than that,
yeah, it gives you like a natural glow.
Yeah, I feel really like luminous.
So, you know what, well actually, we'll zoom you in on each of our faces so you can get an idea of what the texture looks like now, and then we're going to check back in probably at the 5 and 6 hour mark, and then the 8 to 10 hour mark we're going to part ways. So we'll be keeping our own personal diary, and then we'll let you know. So we're going to zoom in and then keep watching to see our check-ins.
Hey guys, welcome to my 5-hour check-in for the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the Hydrating and Smooth formula because of my dry skin. So this is what I look like after 5 hours of running around. I'm in my bathroom, so it's not that great lighting, but it'll have to do. Since I left Danielle's, I did a bunch of running around in and outside. So I was doing a bunch of stuff, but it held up okay. I mean, it doesn't claim to be a long-wearing foundation, but I would like it to be more long-wearing than this. From here down, I see a lot of redness on my chin, probably from me doing this. That's my own fault. I lean a lot. And a lot of redness in my problem areas, which I initially had a problem covering with the foundation. So it's not a far stretch that they would be the first to be red. Here up, I feel fantastic and glowy and radiant and like a boss bitch. I don't know, like my blush just stayed like perfectly smooth. Everything up here just looks, I don't know, I love it up here. But if I could get rid of like my little problem areas down here, it would be perfect. It's just a light coverage foundation. The only thing I noticed about 3.5 hours in was I had to go in and like wipe my under eyes because I was starting to crease under there. Might be my own fault. I skipped the concealer part and I didn't really set that much under there, but I skip it a lot because I usually don't have like a problem with my under eyes. Today I did. I don't know if it's my fault or the foundation's fault. Other than that, I think up here still looks good. I see my problems, but you know, I really want to like this foundation because I love the finish, and I just wish it wore a little longer. So I'll check back in with you guys in probably like 4 more hours. I will give you an update right before I wash off my makeup, before I go to bed, and we'll see how it stands up for the rest of the day.
Hi guys, so I am checking in for the 6-hour mark, and so far the foundation has held up pretty well. What I like is that I'm not oily at all. This usually happens like within hours. I get at least a little bit of shine, but it's staying pretty matte. Where I put my Tarte Shape Tape, it kind of creased a little bit, so it didn't sit very well, and right up at my nose, as I mentioned, it got a little cakey. So in this area it's just a tad bit cakey, and there's some redness coming through on my chin. But I mean, overall for a $12 foundation from Maybelline, I'm pretty impressed. I'll try and come in a little closer so you guys can see what I mean. So not bad.
So this will be my last check-in for the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in Hydrating and Smooth. So it's about 9.5 hours since we originally applied the foundation. And this is what I look like, if you can see. Actually not that much difference between now and my 5-hour check-in. So it's just, again, like the redness around my chin and the pimples. But on my cheeks, forehead, I think it held there really well. I'm not mad about my chin area because it didn't claim to be a long-wearing foundation, as far as I read. And it didn't claim, again, to be a full coverage foundation. So it's your average light to medium foundation for when you just want something to throw on your face and run out. Next time I'll use primer and concealer. We just wanted to do it barefaced so we could get like the full effect of the foundation. But I'm definitely going to use this again because I love the finish it gave me. So we'll try a couple things to cover the pimples, but other than that, I like it. I'll be using it again. Good night.
Okay guys, I'm doing my last check-in before bed. I just looked in the mirror at my skin and not much has changed. There's a little bit of separation on my nose, but that might be just for me touching it. Chin is still the same when I checked in 6 hours ago. Oh, by the way, this is the 10-hour mark. Texture's still the same. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this foundation. I think I'll keep using it. I mean, I'm out of my Tarte foundation, so why not? So that is it for me, guys. I am off to bed. I've got my classy as hell pajamas on just for you guys. We will see you in the next video. Bye.